Had some bananas that were about to not be good anymore, so I put those in there.
To ensure at least 874,000 of the collected signatures are in fact valid. If they are, the proposed billionaire tax bill is
Jeez, so loud. I'm watching fucking mainstream news bullshit. Such a waste of time. Alright, we got some blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, some bananas. Here. I got this blender at Costco. I'm gonna add some almond milk in here. So bananas, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. I'm gonna make some coffee too. I kind of wanted to put this on Instagram, but I'm already on this. That's it. There's in case you get one of these ninjas, you put that where the lip is, and so I kind of forgot where I was going with that.
All right, Lindsay, what's in your lens today? All right, let's get to it. The federal government is moving to bring back death by firing squad.
So this is the first time I'm using this.
It's really about how fast they act, and they impact, and what kind of justice system we're building as a country.
I mean, should be pretty basic, right? You press it once. Should be good. The blueberries really is a prominent color that came out of that. I thought it'd be mostly like a yellow. Like a ginger. She's never heard. I just got this blender, so she's never heard that sound before. Okay, so that's that. Release button. Okay, I went ahead and turned that off. Okay, so twist. You twist to pull that, to attach that on and to pull it off. Okay. Nothing's gone wrong yet. I'm surprised. This is good because they have those suction cups at the bottom of the blender. So it's on there really good. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some, doesn't need it, but I'm gonna add some granola on top. That's really good. Yeah, the almond milk. So yeah, 2 bananas, blueberries, blackberries, 4 strawberries, and that's incredible. That's some of this. This morning for breakfast I had, this is really good. Got this at Costco too, Ancient Grange. I had this granola with almond milk and some blueberries on top. It was a good breakfast. This is now going to be a smoothie channel, and we are only going to go over smoothies. We're going to make different smoothies. We're going to try different fruits, vegetables. I'm just kidding. I'm going to make some coffee too. So, man, this is like the political horse and pony act. That was really good with the granola. That works really well. I'm to the point where I'm tired of, hearing it, seeing it. People are like, oh, these shootings are fake, everything's staged, or this was real, or this was kind of real, or whatever. Like, I don't even want to put any kind of attention or energy on any political drama, whether it's real or not. It's a total fucking waste of time because it doesn't have anything to do with my life. I live out here in the middle of nowhere in the country. I'm just making smoothies and. What it is the politics. The politics and the dramas, the political dramas, it's kind of like similar to influencers where they just want your attention any way possible. So they'll say something to get any sort of reaction or attention. It's, ultimately a business, People pay so much money in taxes that they have to provide some kind of show to the people that they're doing things or changing things or restoring things. They have to put on some sort of drama or show to the people because they're taxing people billions of dollars. And if there was never anything going on, nobody would pay their taxes. So now you're going to have all these like Republicans, oh, let's pay taxes, the White House is under attack and all this, like our government needs money to protect the White House, woo, 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 so on and so forth. Damn, that's good. Who knew making a smoothie was gonna be so easy? I thought for sure I'd mess that up somehow. Yeah, just bananas. Actually, everything I got for the smoothie I got at Costco. I got the blender at Costco, all the fruit at Costco. I got the almond milk at Costco. I got the granola at Costco. The blender I got was the Ninja blender. It was $100 blender. I think, it was kind of on the less expensive side. I think they kind of start at $100, and that's the one I got. And then there's, more advanced, more expensive blenders that are, $140. Good. Damn, that's good. I got the Keurig at Walmart. And then I got the coffee pods at Costco. I feel like I have to make some sort of like video or something on Instagram. I'm thinking about like content I'm gonna put on Instagram while I'm live on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna make some coffee. I really like these little half waters. I get them at Costco. Yeah, I'm not getting into the politic or religion thing. I'm not. You know, I know there's YouTubers that make a living going off on stuff and analysis and debates and all that stuff. I'm not getting into it. It's way over my head. It's almost like any kind of political, anytime there's somebody with any type of money or politics or something, there's always a conspiracy attached to it. I'm not getting into it. Okay, so this Keurig was also $100. I got it at Walmart. See, the thing about Costco is they only had one Keurig available. Only one type. Like, what this is Costco, I thought there'd be like 10 different ones to choose from. There was one, and it was like $180 or something, and it had, you know, all this extra stuff on it, and I was like, I'm not spending $180 on a Keurig. So I got this one at Walmart, and it's super simple. Just open it. When you shut it, you hit the button. You know, the button is like this big. You just open the thing up, put the pot in, shut it, and hit the big fucking button, and that's it. And obviously put water in it. Look at it. It's a ring. It's fashion. It's a fashion statement. Dude, that's a cool ring. Is that plastic? Yeah, it's plastic. I got it from my creamer that I use for my coffee. Yeah. Sugar. Don't need a lot of sugar, but there's a little sugar. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be making smoothies for everyone today. Okay, I'm going to do a quick update on my EP that's dropping June 6, 2026. It will be available for pre-order on the 1st. It's a 6-song EP. And it's called 5. Dude, this fucking political show called The Hill is kind of giving me anxiety. Just even the music. It's intense. Okay.
Conservatives are celebrating as a senior advisor to Dr. indicted on charges that federal records.
I'm taking Ginger for a W. She looked up right now. I'm taking her for a WALK. So I don't work till tonight. Doing a night shift. So I have to take her for a WALK. Okay, I'm a doggy daddy. I have to her whole life is stuff like that, going for WALKs, playing fetch. So I have to do that for her because it makes her really happy. It makes me really happy. And we only have so much time with our family and friends and our pets. And the fact that I was in Portland for 5 years, I will never forgive myself for not being with her. But she was with my mom, and she was going to the dog park every other day. And it was when she was really young. I spent the first 2 years with Ginger, and then I was away from her for almost 5 years. And dogs only live like 17 or 18 years. So, you know, she's in the middle of her life, 2 plus 5. So she's like 8 or 9 years old. She's only going to live another like 7 years. So it's priority for me to spend as much quality time with her as possible. And I do. Ginger has it made. She's always going for WALKs. She eats basically restaurant quality food. She eats human food almost every day. She has 0 responsibilities. You know, when we go for a WALK, it's almost like she's walking me around. You know, I'm not one of those. You know, some people have dogs and they, you know, have their dogs in the backyard. They only eat dog food. You know, they're guard dogs. You know, it's just they're very like Ginger's not like that. She's part of the family. You know, she's an equal member of the family. Okay, so.
How that decision was reached, whether the verdict in that paper was made more heavily weighted toward animal disclosure than was actually justified by the people who wrote it. Fauci couldn't tell them
I just was talking about how I don't want to get into politics and stuff, and I just thought about something so political. Okay, coffee.
Seafood market rather than from the lab. So that's the background of all this. It's pretty. So this
That is so good. All right.
But I think it seems pretty clear to me that
One day, what if my lives are famous? My lives get, my music gets famous. If my music blows up and gets famous, and then people start going back on my early lives, look, this is before he was famous. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about my EP for 5 minutes, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure that shut the fuck up. So the political thing, I think, is a waste of time. Mainstream news, waste of time. Politics, waste of time. So my EP is going to be available for pre-order on May 1st. It's a 6-song EP. It's called 5. And I did drop out a demo. One of the songs on the EP is called Hot Stuff. And I already published a demo of it, and it's available now if you want to hear it. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all the platforms. So now, Hot Stuff on the EP, it's some of the lyrics are different, and it's it's more or less the same, but there's just some lyric changes, and just basically fixed some stuff and made it sound a little better. I'm working on a country rock song right now, and it's, you know, a song I wrote a long time ago. I know I always say that. It's, I'll just tell you what it is. So I'm in the process of recording a song called Take It All Back. And there's a couple like kind of demos on YouTube, just acoustic stuff, and there's, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 um, live demos of Take It All Back on YouTube. And anyways, I'm gonna be recording that song. I am recording that song. I'm in the process of recording that song right now, and I have to listen to it though, because I started it and I did some scratch guitar tracks, and I'm thinking the tempo might be too fast. I'm not sure. I started that song over a week ago, so I haven't opened that project in a while. But I'm thinking I might have to just kind of start everything over. But it's probably fine. So very early in the process of recording, Take It All Back. Take It Back. And but that will be the next song I release. It will be that country rock song, and it's going to be a single. I'm working on some other songs. Also, I have 4 projects open right now, and they're all really early in the recording process. So I have 4 very incomplete songs as far as the recording goes. 4 projects open, and really, recording those 6 songs kind of, took a lot of hours, took a lot of energy. So I'm kind of sort of trying to take a break from music, from recording. So it's not really, I'm not feeling rushed on releasing Take It All Back. I'm not feeling so urgent about recording that. And also I want to make sure I record it really well, and that I'm in the mood, so to speak, when I do record that. So I don't want to rush it. I'm going to be recording a couple music videos, and I'm going to be recording a couple music videos and real videos, and then I'm also going to be I'm gonna have some merch coming out, some t-shirts, buttons, t-shirts, and some vinyl, and doing some music videos. So I'm kind of, trying to, spend some time doing some promo before I, start releasing more music. But anyways, I think that smoothie was genius. Really, really good. What do you guys think? Do you guys think all these events are staged? They kind of seem like drills. Something about back in the day when things happened, it seemed so real because the footage was so black and white, and it was just so raw and intense. Where, I'm sorry, but the last, few crisis events that have happened, it just seems so fake. I'm not saying the shooting at the dinner was fake. I'm not saying all this stuff is fake, Charlie Kirk and stuff. I'm not saying it is all fake and staged, but it just has that feeling to it. And I can't tell if it's because it's actually staged, or if because people are becoming so non-human with how they react to things. We're becoming like further and further from being authentic. So when things do happen, it seems fake as fuck. Even if it's not, it just, the way people react to things just seems so, just doesn't seem natural. It seems, I don't know if everyone's stuck in this permanent acting position because of social media, but just everyone's just seems like they're faking it. And not just with crisis events, just everything. When people go out to eat and they're doing content, it seems like everybody's faking it. Everybody's just faking it, and going through the motions, and acting like they have this new age hype. And it's like they're stuck in acting like they have this hype. And I feel like I'm from the last generation where, when I was in, sixth and seventh and eighth grade, there was pagers, but there's no cell phones. And people started having cell phones when I was in high school, but only some people had cell phones. And if you did have a cell phone, it was literally just for calling people. And then over time, you were able to take maybe one picture. But all the apps and the whole social media and all that didn't really start going fully till I was like 21. It was around when I was 19 and 20, but you had to be really like techie and ahead of the curve if you had a cell phone with apps on it. Because I remember my female friend, Jamie Hutter, who had always had a really good job and was very techie. And, South Orange County, techie, made a lot of money. Anyways, we were driving around with my mom and we're going to dinner. And she's like my sister, she was like 24 and I was 19. And we're going to dinner and we were trying to look up directions to this place, like physically, like look up directions. And she was like, oh, let me just check my phone. And we're like, what do you mean? She's like, I have an app on my phone where you could look up directions of places. And me and my mom both looked at each other and we're like, an app? What's an app? We didn't know what an app was. And this was, whatever, 21 years ago. And she's all, yeah, it's I have an app and it could tell me where restaurants are and stuff. It'll give me the directions on my phone. we were just like, we didn't know what that was. So anyways, I had a lot of years, 17, 18, 19, where life was in session and life was super busy and fun. And, we had house parties and we're playing concerts and we had a huge network of friends and we're always going to some sort of house party or some kind of concert or coffee shop or something. Anyways, we had like a very busy, full life and we didn't have cell phones or social media. So I was literally the last generation of experiencing life without, streaming and blogging and all that crap. So when I see stuff and events and stuff on TV, it just, even these two clowns right here, like this guy, he was saying that the FBI ex-director seems pompous. He seems fucking pompous. It's almost like he's young. It looks like he's 25. It's almost like he heard the word pompous and he's calling people pompous and he doesn't even know what it is. But anyways, these people are talking politics and they're grinning out the side of their mouths, just like mainstream news. Everybody's grinning out the side of their mouths. Looks like they're acting. People are so desensitized to other people, to animals, to things that are true. That's why I like, Eastern Orthodoxy. God wants us to worship in spirit and truth, not in hype and, speculative science. And it seems like everything's, they say, what do they say? The world's a stage. It seems like everybody is playing this role and nobody really knows why they're playing this role. And nobody's really most people are not getting paid for it. The only people benefiting from this whole stage show, this experiment, which is what I call America, is we're the everyday person like me and you, we're not getting paid for it, so that everybody seems obligated to, act as such. Ginger, she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, I'm just freestyling, girl. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. She's a little bear. She's a little lion. Come here. Come here, babies. You're acting so shy lately, and she seems like we need to start feeding you more. Yeah, I almost said eating. Oh yeah, they're so cute. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really buying it. So I don't want to really, because even if you're, getting into proving what's staged and the agenda and the symbolism behind everything, exposing everything or bringing to light what's going on in world events, you're still giving it whatever it is. You're still giving it attention. So you have a lot of truthers out there, and you're still spending a lot of energy on the dramas of the world. So I don't even really want to be a truther, and I don't want to be political. I don't want to be any of that. I don't want to spend any energy or time, and definitely not spend any money on these dramas. Um, it's like masonry was a big topic 10 years ago, and it's kind of starting to resurface. And the only person I really watch on YouTube is Jay Dyer, and somebody will call in and ask like a question about masonry, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. It's just, I mean, how much time are we going to spend, proving that masonry is heretical, or how much time are we going to spend? Um, all these stage events are dramas, and they're fake, and it's, and that's what these people that are putting on this show, it's a whole distraction, and they don't care if you're really believing it and buying it and going along with the program, or you're spending a bunch of time telling everybody it's fake or whatever, because their whole goal is just to take your attention off from living a truly spiritual life. They want you to be nihilistic, um, obsessed with how the system works and stuff. And I'm pretty close to just being off grid. I'm in unincorporated Arizona. I'm almost to the point financially where I could, build another house and completely live detached from all government services, electricity, water. And I'm about there, and then the only thing I'll do is probably just release some like country music once a year, and hear how the music changes. When people didn't have all this technology and devices, music sounded different. And so I think if I detach from all social platforms and in modern society, that I think my music is going to sound more how it's supposed to sound. It's I've kind of unconsciously, subconsciously been thinking about that lately. Writing and recording country music, but from a place of authentic life and not the hype life and all that stuff. So, anyways, if they say if someone's talking more than 5 minutes, they're either full of shit or repeating themselves. And I'm seriously about to I'm about to start going off on genres and all the stuff that I've talked about 20 times. So I'm gonna wrap it up, and then y'all have a good day. Whoa, 33 minutes and 33 seconds. Oh my gosh, it's the Illuminati.